Anything wrong, Mr. Walnut?
That's just this old boiler, miss. She's leaking steam. See?
Oh. Why are you kicking the boiler, Mr. Walnut?
Feed pump full of rust and scum. She gets clogged up.
And that's all you have to do? Just kick it?
It's knowing how to kick her, miss. She gets peevish now and then, ever since I dropped a screwdriver down the safety valve.
What would happen if you didn't kick it?
The whole boiler'd blow up.
Then why don't you dismantle the safety valve and remove the screwdriver?
You know, I'm going to do that one of these days. The only reason I haven't up to now is that I kind of like kicking her. She's all I've got.
Well, she seems to be operating quite normally now.
Yeah, like I said, miss, all she needs is a good boot. Well, you ready to call it a day? There's kind of like a lagoon up ahead. It's a real nice place when the bugs ain't too bad.
I shan't complain, Mr. Walnut. We have much to be thankful for.
And that's a fact, miss. It's like they say. It ain't never so bad that it can't be worse.
Mr. Walnut, do you suppose anyone has seen us?
Oh, there ain't nobody in these parts, miss, forgetting the beasts of the forest. Kind of hot, ain't it? I could do with a drink. I got an extra cup here, miss, if you're going to have one.
Oh, no, thank you. What is it?
Gin, miss. Gin. Something wrong?
No.
Well, if you're worried about there not being enough, why, there's 2 full cases aboard.
Oh, no, please.
Well, maybe you'd like a nice cup of tea.
Well, thank you.
You get real service on the African Queen. Hey, see this? Hot water all the time.
Out of the boiler?
It'll taste a little rusty, but then we can't have everything, can we? There you are, miss. Just add the tea to suit your taste, like they say on the box.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. Well, now, you just sit and relax, and after a bit, I'll start thinking about supper. How long you been out here, miss?
In Africa? Oh, almost 10 years.
You ever get homesick?
Well, I'm afraid I have been homesick many times. It's Sunday afternoons that I think of most. The peace and the quiet of home.
On Sunday afternoons, I was always sleeping one off.
Sleeping one? Oh. What brought you to Africa, Mr. Walnut?
The Zambezi Bridge, miss. A whole boatload of us Canucks came over to work on it. Don't know yet what they wanted a bridge for, but then why did the chicken cross the road?
I beg your pardon?
Nothing, miss. Yeah, sometimes I wish I was back, but then I remember how I'd have to be taking orders from somebody while out here. I'm my own boss. Well, drink your tea, miss. I'll go fix you some grub. Now, what do you think you're doing, miss?
Well, if I may draw some hot water from the boiler, I'll wash these dishes.
Mostly I just hold them over the side and let the current do the washing.
If you will forgive me, that's about what I imagine.
Cleanliness is next to godliness, eh, miss?
Is that so amusing, Mr. Walnut?
No, miss. You don't see no crocodiles around, do you?
Crocodiles? No.
No, it's too shallow for them. Well, I could do with a bath before I turn in.
I'd like a bath myself.
Well, now, you do the dishes back here, and I'll go off the bow. So long as we don't look, it don't matter. Well, how about it, miss?
Well, very well, Mr. Walnut.
That's the ticket. I won't be a minute, just a slosh or two.
Mr. Walnut! Mr. Walnut!
Right here, miss. How's the water?
Oh, no. Stay just where you are. Oh, dear, I can't get back into the boat.
Well, I'll give you a hand, then.
Oh, I've been trying to climb up, but I can't. I'm afraid I do need help. Is that blanket still there?
Yes, miss.
Well, if you will please hold it up in front of you and close your eyes.
Well, I just got 2 hands, miss, and if I hold up the blanket...
Oh, then just close your eyes.
I got them closed, miss. Now, here, you grab my arm.
Oh, thank you. Oh, but don't you dare move until I say so.
Oh, no, miss.
I bathed in my undergarments. You'll have to wait until I...
Now, it's all right, miss. It's all right. You just say when. Well, you feel better, miss?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do.
Well, now, you better sleep here under the awning, miss, in case it rains. And here's a couple of rugs. There ain't no fleas on them.
Where will you sleep, Mr. Allnutt?
Me all forward, miss. And if it'll make you feel better, you can hang up one of them tarpaulins like a kind of a curtain, sort of.
Thank you. Good night.
I'll turn out the lantern if you're ready, miss.
I'm quite ready. Good night, Mr. Allnutt.
Good night, miss.
Mr. Allnutt!
Oh, I'm sorry I woke you, miss.
What are you doing?
Oh, I ain't doing nothing, miss. Just getting out of the wet.
Well, go away this instant.
Yes, miss.
Mr. Allnutt,
Yes, miss?
you may come in out of the rain if you wish.
Thank you, miss. Miss,
Yes?
I'm sorry I gave you such a turn.
Oh, that's quite all right. I didn't realize that you were just... how hard it was raining.
I won't get near you, miss. There's heaps of room.
Good night, Mr. Allnutt.
Good night, miss.